Welcome to the Creepily Accurate Astrology and Friends podcast. I am your host and astrologist extraordinaire, numerologist, and tarot reader, Crystal. And this is the podcast where we're diving deep into the realms and the mystic energy of astrology, numerology, and tarot. We are going to wow you with how creepily accurate these placements can be and how they associate with your life alignment, how they can empower you, wow you, and mystify you. Yes. So this podcast is all about learning, embracing ourselves, and having some laughs and some fun. Thank you for tuning in, and namaste, my baby. Segment 1. Welcome to the Creepily Accurate Astrology podcast, where we explore the intriguing world of astrology and delve into the mysterious depths. In this episode, we'll be discussing 5 astrological factors, planets, and placements that will undoubtedly wow you with its accuracy. So be prepared to be amazed as we unravel the hidden secrets behind the sun, the moon, the ascendant, the Chiron, and the nodes, and how they shape our destinies. Segment 1. We will start off with the big 3. The big 3. So the sun, the moon, and the ascendant are known as the big 3 in astrology. This represents the core aspects of an individual's personality. So we'll explore how the sun represents our essence, vitality, and the influence of our father, but that's in segment 2. So more so, we are going to focus on how the big 3 is interpreted in astrology and what it means for us. Let's start there. So the sun is our personality, the moon is our emotions, and the ascendant is how we present ourselves to the world. It's the face we put on. So depending on the sign that your sun was in, which is your zodiac sign, that's your birth sign. The moon was also an astrology sign. You won't know unless you cast your natal chart. And then you had a sign rising above your head. All these signs play a significant role in your life. So I know you've probably met someone before, and the way they presented themselves to you was completely different than who they actually were. And then when you really got close with them, they was really different. It was like, wow, who the hell am I dating? Well, now that I understand astrology, and now that you do, especially if you didn't then you will after this. It was not intentional. Your sun just says, this is who I identify with. Not just. Your sun saying, this is who I identify with. Your moon is saying, oh, this is who I am deep inside. Only the people that's close to me get to know me like this. So your sun, say, is Leo. That's your personality. Charismatic, funny, creative, kind. Your moon might be Aries. And this is your inner self. This is people that's closest to you know this person. This person is impulsive, passionate, aggressive. And then your ascendant, that is how you present yourself to the world. That could be a Capricorn. You can present yourself with practical energy, security, achievement, ambition, very hardworking. So a person is confused now. You done threw a person all off, but not that you even meant to. So understanding these 3 in astrology and the meaning and what they mean by the sign is a very powerful tool for self-development, for establishing relationships, getting to know somebody, dealing with other people. Your moon is very important when it comes to relationships, because your moon, the compatibility, that's your inner self. Your emotions, that's your habits. So your moon has to be compatible with another moon in order to see some nice flow going on there. Now I'm not saying 2 moons that's not compatible, won't end up together, but it's going to be one or two things. Um, they either going to understand and come finally understand that their what their moon sign is, the characteristics, and try to bring them energies together and work around one another, or they're gonna break up, or they're gonna live in hell. Your moon is, I mean, it's a very important aspect in your life. It's the real you. It's the you that comes out, when nobody's looking. It's the you that you probably don't share with the world. Nonetheless, it's the you. So the way you present yourself um, can be completely different, basically, from how you really feel inside and then from who you are. It's our mask. Boom. So that is the first thing. Now that right now that right there is pretty powerful if you didn't know it. It's very insightful. So now you know that your personality, your identity, who you are, is made up of three different elements. So yeah, if one zodiac sign described everybody that was born in the month of August, I mean, I would probably be a skeptic too with astrology if that was the case, but it's not the case. So now that we understand that, um, like if you did not know that it was a big three, if you did not know that, like, does that wow you? Is that impressive to you? I mean, seriously, come on, like, you literally have every zodiac sign in your life. You can have a completely different zodiac sign that you're emotionally connected with, as opposed to the one your personality is connected with. I think that's impressive when I first found out. I've been studying astrology since 2018, and it never ceased to amaze me. I'm always impressed. You hear me? Okay, so moving on. So the sun is a luminary in astrology. It's a luminary, but in astrology, is considered and interpreted as a planet. This represents our essence, our vitality, the core of who we are. It radiates our unique energy and illuminates our individuality. So the sun is our essence, our vitality. It's the core of who we are. I want to make sure we understand that. It radiates our energy and illuminates our individuality. The house placement of the sun in our birth chart indicates the area of life where we shine the brightest and where our truest potential can be expressed. The sun, the zodiac sign that the sun is in, is how we express ourselves. So these two are also significators for your career. Now, your ascendant, your rising sign, the planet that rules that, will show you where your life purpose is. But this will give you, this is a significator. This will give you some insight or hints on where you're going or how that's supposed to look. All right. So when the sun is in a particular house, it influences our self-expression, and it also plays a significant role in shaping our life purpose and our career. So the sun's placement in a specific house can provide valuable insights into the area where we can make a meaningful and impactful fulfillment. So if your sun is in the 10th house, you may shine brightly in the public sphere and have a natural inclination towards a career in leadership, authority, or public recognition. Your life purpose may involve embracing positions of responsibility and making a significant impact in your chosen career. On the other hand, now if your sun is in the 4th house, your shine is more prominent in the realm of the home, the family, your emotional well-being. Your life purpose may evolve around creating a nurturing and harmonious environment, or prioritizing your roots, establishing a strong foundation. Right. And the sun's placement in the house is also a powerful indicator of how we express our life purpose and where we find the fulfillment. Meaning, so like, I'm a Leo, so I express myself through creativity, um, and The house I shine in is the 12th house, behind the scenes. Um, Mental institutions, prisons, things like that. That's actually my major goal, is to I'm founding a nonprofit transitional home called the House of Resilience. And right now I'm working on um, coaching for those who just came home from jail that's been incarcerated. I'm working on a little program with that right now. So that's creepily accurate. And it's not like I looked in my chart and said, I mean, you should, but that's not what happened. These are things that I've been doing when it comes to that. Like, I am not good working with other people. I've always known that. Ever since I read the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, it's a person that worked for other people, a person that worked for themselves. I knew which one I was. The only thing that I could do and excel and have longevity is if I worked in a shelter or something of that nature. Other than that, I mean, when I work hard, but the length, the time, you know, questionable. Okay, so now the placement in the house, by embracing the energy of the sun and aligning it with the corresponding house in your birth chart, you can really tap into your authentic self-expression and make a positive contribution to the area of that life. All right. So, understanding the significance of the sun in astrology, this allowed us to embark on our true essence, honor our vitality, and shine our light in the area of life where we can make a meaningful and impactful difference. We good? So the sun really, it really stands for a lot. It shows your core, the core of who you are, your personality. Like my personality is the Leo characteristics. It shows how you shine, where you shine. It shows um, your father, the relationship you have with father, and it can give you a natural significator into your career. So tell me that ain't wow, wow, wow. All right. The ascendant. The ascendant, also known as the rising sign. Now, this plays a significant role in how we express ourselves to the world and the impression we make on others. So it's the mask that we wear, the first impression we give off when we meet new people. So the rising sign can influence our appearance, our physical characteristics, and our overall demeanor. And the ruling planet, this is very important. It's the ruler it becomes the planet ruler of the chart. And this gives us great importance in understanding our life purpose and personal growth, which I was already telling you about. So the ruling planet represents the energy that guides and shapes our path in life. So it'll provide insight into our strength, challenges, and the areas where we can make a meaningful contribution. If, for example, if your ascendant is in Aries, your outward expression may be bold, confident, and assertive. And people might perceive you as a natural leader or someone who takes initiative in various situations. And with Mars as the ruling planet of the air of Aries, your life purpose might involve embodying courage, taking risks, and pursuing your passion fearlessly. But on the other hand, let's say Cancer's your ascendant, right? You might present yourself as nurturing, sensitive, and empathetic. Your caring nature might be evident in your interactions, and you might create a sense of emotional security for yourself and others. And the moon will be your ruling planet, and so your life purpose might involve it might be fostering emotional well-being and creating a nurturing environment and connecting deeply with your intuition. So it's essential to remember that the ascendant and the planet that rules the ascendant are just a part of the intricate, come on, Miss Crystal, web of astrological influences in our life. Now, the full birth chart with its planetary placements aspects that provides a more comprehensive understanding of the unique journey and purpose. So, by understanding the ascendant and its ruling planet, it can help us gain valuable insights into how we present ourselves to the world and the underlying energies that guide our life's direction. Embracing and understanding these influences, this allows us to align our actions with our authentic self and navigate our path of clarity and purpose. Now we're going to move on to the moon. So this represents a deep and emotional connection we have with ourselves and others. This symbolizes our nurturing qualities. It reflects our emotional needs, our subconscious patterns. The moon placement in our birth chart reveals the specific signs, the houses, the influences, the emotional responses. The moon, it tells how you, your habits, how you deal with things, as much as your eating habits, your moods. If it's in a fire sign, it may show that you're expressive, you're passionate at your action. If it's in the air sign, it might show that um, you are you express yourself through communications, your emotional connection. You connect emotion through communications. If it's an earth sign, it's through touching, physical acts. If it's the water sign, it's an emotional connection. So your moon sign is very connected and is very isolated, I want to say. And I say that because this is the person, everybody doesn't know this side of you. So this is the side of you that you hold back. Right. Also, I know it's some more I want to say about the moon. I guess the whole point of understanding the moon is that the moon is is our emotions. It's the way we nurture. It's our habits. It's our core self. It's the real us. And the sign that it's in and the house that it's in is very, very important. It's very specific. Um, it shows, the sign will show how you the sign will show how uh, you nurture and deal with your emotions, and the house will show where in your life the energy is more prominent. So understanding your moon sign is very beneficial, as I should say. uh, and it also shows you where like our moon is connected with our mother, of course, and it shows the way we viewed our mother, the way we see our mother through our eyes, not how your mother actually was, but the way you seen her, your relationship with her. And a lot of times it shows us, well, not a lot of times, if there was a lack of nurturing if there was a lack of nurturing, it came from mother, and it was showing this sign. So yeah, the moon's you know, pretty empowering. It helps us to navigate life's ups and downs. So I believe that sums it up for the big three. So what have we learned from the big three, my baby? We learned that we are compiled of three different energies: personality, our emotions, and the way we present ourselves to the world, our mask. This can be the three different signs, three the same signs. You just don't know. This would depend on what time you were born. You would have to get your natal chart uh, populated for that. Astro.com is a good site to go on. It's free, and it's the bomb website. A lot of resources, good information. It also showed us that what we need may not even be what we're presenting, not what we're presenting to the world. Who we really are may not even be who we present to the world. You can establish relationships, get a great connection, understand people through understanding the sun, the moon, and the ascendant. Because if you know the moon, you can you understand a person deep down. Great thing. The sun is doing a few different things in the chart. Um, tells you a lot about yourself. Just the sun is the self. So I don't know, I would say it's pretty wow factor for me, and it's creepily accurate. So if there's nothing else you'd like to discuss, we're gonna go on and ease on out of here, like the line that them did. Ease on down the road to the second segment. All right, stay tuned, stay on the wagon, don't jump off. We ain't finished yet. Girl, would you get to the point already? All right, my astrological phenomenon beings. Yes, we discussed in the first segment the big three: the sun, the moon, and the ascendant. And now we have moved down to the second segment. Now, those of you that did not know about the big three, you might have been a little wild and odd and okay. But this is one of the things that really wowed me. Segment 2, the sun represents father. Yeah. So we understood that the sun represents us, our personality, our vitality, I'm sorry, our vitality, our career significator, how we shine, where we shine, how we express ourselves towards our life purpose. Man, the sun does a lot. Okay, so now that we understand all that, here's the big money maker. But did you know that the sun also represents the father in your natal chart? That's right, guys. That's what I said. The sun in your natal chart represents your relationship with your father. Um, Even it shows what type of career or what he was mainly focused or interested in. Bet you didn't know that, but did you know? No, you did not know. But if you didn't know, great. If you didn't, you got to be like, wow. So you got to say that. Wow. All right. So let's dive into the fascinating concept of the sun sign and its association with our fathers. So we're going to explore how the position of the sun in our birth chart influences our relationship with our fathers, our understanding of authority, and our sense of identity. Yeah. We'll discuss the various sun sign placements and their unique characteristics that shed light on the paternal influences in our lives. The house placements provides more details. Like, okay, so the sun, the zodiac sign, which tell you like what kind, like how you how you how you interpret your relationship with your father, or how you feel like your relationship was with your father. And the house will just give more detail. The house that the sun is in, like his interests, where he worked or how he worked, or just it'll give more detail. Let me just give an example. Let's give an example. Okay. So just say like the sun was in Scorpio. So this might mean that your father was transformative, could have been power, controlling, could have been very mysterious, very spiritual, and you could have watched him go through a transformation. Could have been perverted. I probably shouldn't say that, but Scorpio and the debilitated is definitely that. I've been researching that. Um, and if this was in the sun was in the third house, it would mean that he probably worked for some, because it's the house of communication, short trips, and siblings. Probably like worked like an educator, marketing, um, something to that nature. Or it could mean that you guys had a great line of communication. Or let's another example, and this is, I can really identify with this one. This is how creepy accurate this is. So if your sun is in the 12th house, like mine's, um, okay, the 12th house is loss, limits, endings, institutionalizations, mental facilities, prisons, hospitals, it's working with the less fortunate. So my sun is in my 12th house, in Leo, right? So I did, my father to me was very prideful, confident, very protective, uh, very, I thought he was very smart. Um, he's very, he ruled the kingdom, he ruled the household for sure. Also, him being in the 12th house, he worked at a mental institution for prisoners, and then he ended up going to prison, and that's where he died, in prison. So all that's 12th house in Leo energy. I mean, not Leo, all that's 12th house. That's accurate. That's accurate. That's exactly where my sun is. Now, we ain't gonna go there. Just check dig. All right. So let's just go through some of the signs. Now, this right here would be no aspects. I'm going to go through the signs and give you a brief interpretation of the sun and these signs. And again, this is with no aspects, this is just pure form. So let's say you have the sun in Aries. You might have a father who embodied the qualities of an Aries: courageous, assertive, independence. The relationship may be characterized by like a sense of adventure, competitiveness, a drive to take on challenges together. Or your father could have been selfish, could have been aggressive, impulsive, um, not reliable, like not dependable, a fighter. Let's go down to Taurus. Taurus, your father is probably practical, grounded, dependable. Um, the relationship may revolve around stability, material security, strong work ethic. The father may teach you values of perseverance, financial responsibility, or he could be stubborn, uh, controlling, possessive, more focused on materialistic things, and very like hoovering over you. Gemini. With the sun in Gemini, the father figure may be intellectually stimulating, communicative, adaptable. The relationship may involve lively conversation, share interests, a sense of curiosity. The father may encourage you to explore various ideas, embrace change, or could be unreliable, more talk than action, not around, very undependable, very wishy-washy, two-faced, um, not very stand-up per se, undecisive. Probably has a lot of projects going on at one time, so much going on, can't focus. Cancer. Cancer for sons. The father probably is nurturing, emotional, protective. The relationship may emphasize family bonds, emotional connection, security, sense of security. The father may play a significant role in shaping the emotional intelligence. The father could be a safe space and very open to expressing his feelings and listening to yours. Or the mother could be playing the father role, and the father could be not around. The father could be moody, um, up and down, very emotional, very closed off. Going to the Leo, individuals with the sun in Leo. Father figure, confident, expressive, authoritative. The relationship may have been from a point of admiration, encouragement, and a focus on self expression. The father may instill a sense of pride, leadership, and the importance of embracing their unique talents. And I'm going to speak on this, guys, because I put this little paragraph together, but it is so true. I, I can guarantee you the pride, the encouragement um, that I have, I always say this, it stemmed from my father. If my father did not speak life into me and speak power into me and push me at the age he did and tell me I was going to be something, I don't know where I'll be there because our childhood was so transformative and disruptive that I needed something to hold on to. And he pushed for that. He really did. Very encouraging. Like, yeah. All right, moving on. That was I needed a little small violin for that little moment. All right, so let's go to Virgo. The sun in Virgo. Oof, man, this father's probably practical, detail orientated, very analytical. The relationship is probably more emphasized on discipline, organization, personal growth focus. The father may be encouraging for excellence and pay attention to the finer details of life. It may be too controlling, overbearing, um, very critical. Could be very critical on you and basically overbearing. Maybe trying to plan out every part of your life. Libra. Their father figure may be a diplomatic, fair-minded, and sociable. The relationship may revolve around maybe harmony, balance, sense of justice. The father could teach values of cooperation, compromise, and how to maintain a healthy relationship. Or the father could be very indecisive, have an issue with saying no, wasn't very forceful. You didn't have many rules as a child, maybe, um, or the father could have been more focused on his relationship with mother or spouse than you. And the sun is not good with Libra. I do want to point out it falls in Libra. I believe that's yes. The sun falls in Libra. So this really means that the sun likes to be where it can express itself. It loves to express itself. It loves for it to be all about them. So when you find it in a sign like Libra, who's about relationships, the sun does not know how to take that shit. So it cannot really express its my energy, me. It has to express it for a relationship. So the sun is not really expressing its full potential as it would. So it's more of a Libra indecisive thing going on with the sun in Libra. Very indecisive. Um, Scorpio. Those with the sun in Scorpio. They may have a father who was intense, transformative, emotionally deep. The relationship may be profound emotional connections, trust, exploration of the hidden aspects of life. Or the father may encourage you to embrace your inner power and navigate life's mysteries. The father could also be controlling, disruptive, destructive, perverted, and very, very on a power trip. Sag. Individuals with the sun in Sag may have a father who is adventurous, philosophical, and optimistic. The relationship could revolve around shared experiences, intellectual growth, maybe a sense of freedom. The father probably inspires you to explore the world, broaden your horizons, and embrace perspectives, new, old, all the way around. Or your father could have been very, very far away, always felt very far away, maybe incarcerated in another country. Your father could be a foreigner. Your father could be a guru, or some type of educator who, or spiritual, religious person, very spiritual, religious person. Or your father may not have been around. You may have desired his freedom more than anything and called his cut. Capricorn. The sun in Capricorn. Father is responsible and disciplined and goal orientated. The relationship may emphasize structure, hard work, the importance of achieving success, probably on you about being successful. And they instill a sense of ambition, resilience, and the value of long term planning. Or your father could be very cold, cut off, um, authoritative, but in the worst way, strict, unable to make a real connection with you. Mm, Maybe you felt like you had to be more responsible at a younger age. All right, moving on to Aquarius. So Aquarius, father figures probably is unconventional, different, centric, a visionary, very intellectual, stimulating. The relationship may involve open-mindedness, innovation, or like y'all could focus on social causes. Or your father might inspire you to think independently, embrace your uniqueness, and contribute to society. Or your father may be cut off, maybe more focused on everybody else than you, could be emotionally detached and very eccentric and different to the fact where y'all don't have anything in common and unable to make a connection. Pisces, those with the sun in Pisces. The father is probably compassionate, creative, spiritually inclined, big imagination, probably into music, poetry. Um, the relationship may revolve around more of the empathetic energy, imagination. You might have a deep emotional connection. The father may encourage you to explore your intuition, embrace your artistic abilities, and navigate the realm of spirituality. Or your father could be deceitful, create illusions, create a false facade, and you could be what do you could be deceived by your father. Your father probably not around, could be in prison or dead, um, or could be addicted to drugs. That sums up our signs, my people. It is important to note that these descriptions are general and based on the sun's placement in each zodiac sign. Now, aspects to these signs, different planets, will have can turn the whole meaning around. So this is just basic. You will add on like if there was other aspects or other planets involved, if it was debilitated, this is just the sun in the zodiac sign with no other energies affecting it, and that's normally not going to happen. So don't be writing me no letters like, hold up, my dad was such and such and such, and he's such and such and such. But what I do want you to do is get your zodiac sign and just write down or let me know in the comments Your relationship with your father. All right, all right. See, that's what I'm saying. We moving through this, boo. Segment 2 is over with. Yes, okay. All right, my lovely ones, before we say goodbye, dear listeners, we want to thank you for joining us on this mystifying journey through the realms of Creepily Accurate Astrology and Friends podcast. We hope our insight and laughter has left you both intrigued and entertained. Now remember, as you navigate the mysterious tapestries of life, let the wisdom of the stars guide you, but always with a sprinkle of humor. Embrace the uncanny accuracy of astrology, numerology, and tarot, and let it add a touch of enchantment to your everyday experience. Stay tuned for more intriguing conversations, hilarious anecdotes, surprising revelations, and episodes to come. We invite you to continue this adventure with us, exploring the depths of the cosmos and the endless possibilities that lie within. As a farewell for now, may the stars continue to illuminate your path, and may the laughter we've shared linger in your hearts. Until we meet again, keep smiling, keep believing, and keep embracing the magic that surrounds you. Thank you for tuning in to Creepily Accurate Astrology and Friends podcast. And remember, the universe has a sense of humor too. Goodbye for now, and may your future be filled with delightful surprises and laughter.